On behalf of the bride and groom, I'd like to thank everyone that was able to make it here today. It's important that we take time from our busy schedules to support the ones that we love and care about on special occasions such as this. It's times like these that really seem to bring life back into perspective and help us to understand what really is important. Because for these two in front of us, today's not just a moment. Today is the beginning of a new life. Now, forever may sound like a long time when it's used to describe the wait at the grocery store or the traffic that we got stuck in on the way to work. However, in a case like today, it's the beginning of something new. From the first hello to the last goodbye, today is the beginning of a new forever. Now, Kyle and Renee have made the decision to commit the rest of their lives to each other. And today, we are all here to celebrate the union of, two into one. Today, we celebrate the melding of the physical and the spiritual. Because from this day forth, these two will no longer be individuals, but a team. Now, this next chapter will come with its twists and turns, potholes and speed bumps. However, with a focus on the destination and a co-pilot to let you know when you're following too closely or going the wrong way, there's nowhere you can't go. Let this next chapter of your lives create your own unique roadmap to love and happiness. Now, at this time, I'd like to invite Cindy to please come up and read a passage that was chosen by the couple.
This is called All I Know About Love by Neil Gaiman. This is everything I have to tell you about love. Nothing. This is everything I've learned about marriage. Nothing. Only that the world out there is complicated, and there are beasts in the night, and delight, and pain. And the only thing that makes it okay, sometimes, is to reach out a hand in the darkness and to find another hand to squeeze, and to not be alone. It's not the kisses, or never just the kisses. It's what they mean. Somebody's got your back. Somebody knows your worst self, and somehow doesn't want to rescue you, or send to the army to rescue them. It's not two broken halves becoming one. It's the light from the distant lighthouse bringing you both safely home, because home is wherever you are both together. So this is everything I have to tell you about love and marriage. Nothing, like a book without pages or a forest without trees, because there are things you cannot know before you experience them, because no study can prepare you for the joys or the trials, because nobody's love, nobody else's marriage, is like yours. And it's a road you can only learn by walking it, a dance you cannot be taught, a song that did not exist before you began together to sing. And because in the darkness you will reach out a hand, not knowing for certain if someone else is even there, and your hands will meet, and neither of you will ever need to be alone again. That's all I know about love. Jesus.
Now, before we get to the vows, I did want to share a couple of quotes from a little show called The Office. Now, it may not be known as serious or romantic, but I feel that in these couple of quotes, we can find a very relatable message. As the secretary, Pam, would describe love, she says that it's like a book you never want to end. And you're okay with that because you never want to leave it. And her husband, Jim, would go on to describe love as the one thing that will make you give up on everything you thought you knew. Every instinct, every rational calculation. And lastly, our inspiring boss, Michael, would go on to say, I knew exactly what I was doing. But in a very real sense, I had no idea what I was doing. I chose these quotes because I think that they help to describe not just the definition of love and marriage, but the emotional and mental state behind it. Because in life, we don't always know exactly what we're doing or where we're going. But as long as we're with the ones that we love, that's all that matters. Now, at this time, the couple would like to share vows that they've written for each other. I'll hold for you.
Hold on a second, man. I got a lot of things in here. They just sing like 30 or 40 times.
Kyle. Do you have an inner pocket?
No, but
I can hold for you.
oh,
You keep your hands free. You guys can hold hands if you want.
kind of know exactly. Like this thing has the perfect part. So anyway, hi. This right here, like what we have here, it really is so much bigger than what I thought love actually was when I was a kid. You know, well, it was someone who rides like the highest peaks and there's the messed up, valleys and everything because it's you. You know, it's only you, and oh my God, so much more. I'm freaking out because I can't find my vows, man. I mean, no, but oh, it's hot in here, isn't it? But
From the heart there.
I wrote it from the heart, and it is, and no matter what, every time, like you're always there for me, and you're like my rock. Like when I come home, the first thing that I see, I'm happy. If I ever get in trouble, you tell me. It's perfect. You don't leave me. Just tell me I'm an idiot, and then we have to move forward. I've never been this good of a man ever in my life until you walked in. I can only imagine what our kids are going to be because of you. I love you so much. I am so grateful for everything, your love, back scratches, everything. I love you so much. I think that's it.
Better than what you wrote.
Oh God, I thought I had everything figured out.
To my Dorcosaurus, butt nubber, best friend, and now husband. I can't believe we finally made it to this day. I literally thought it would never come. Actually, I thought I would never get married. I didn't think I would be able to find someone who could put up with me for life. But you have, and with only a couple complaints here and there. We've had a lot of ups and downs. Literally, you fall a lot. On ice, in the shower, through roofs. We've been through so much these last few years, and if we can get through you breaking your back and me losing one of my best friends, then I think we can get through anything. It's funny that I've become everything I thought I never would. That old boring couple who stays in and has pizza and video game nights most weekends. I've stopped my crazy partying days, and I've found someone I want to spend all my time with. I would see my girlfriends date seriously and would never understand why they would only want to be with that guy or set aside a night for date night that they could not miss. Then I found you and it all made sense. One of the things I've loved so much about you is that you blended in so easily in my life. I've never been worried about bringing you around my friends or family because I know you can talk to anyone or anything. You also are the biggest trooper with everything I am constantly dragging you to, like a Marvel visit or a Marvel exhibit on your birthday that you could care less about, or how you deal with the goodbyes that take 20 minutes in my family to say when you're exhausted and just want to go home and sleep. I try to soak up every minute we have alone together because I know it won't last forever. Soon we'll have a family, and whereas that will be the greatest adventure we'll have, I know the moments we just lie in bed together, most likely watching Disney Channel or playing Mario Kart. I know in 30 years I won't remember every single moment we've spent together, but I know how I felt being by your side. I love you more than air, and I know it's a cliche, but I really can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you and see what the future has in store for us. And I can for sure tell you that there's no one else I'd rather laugh, cry, or cheer on the hoods with. So here's to us. May we always continue to slow dance in the living room, to always scare each other, to, and most importantly, never let the love we have die. I love you. I love you more. Probably. That was very long. Sorry, guys.
The whole thing. Okay. All right. I apologize. All right. Now, do you, Kyle, take Renee to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Renee, take Kyle to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Oh. If we could please have the rings.
Which one first?
So Kyle will be placing his on Renee first. Now, Kyle, let this ring be a physical representation of your love for Renee. And Renee, let this ring be a physical representation of your love for Kyle. Let these rings be a symbol of your love, a never-ending circle of forgiveness, happiness, and an affirmation of what happens here today. These rings represent a promise to always laugh at each other's jokes, to always share the blankets, and to never watch the next episode without each other. Now, by the power vested in me and the Universal Life Church and the state of Ohio, sorry, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. It is my great honor to now present the new Mr. and Mrs. Kyle and Renee Roos.
Good evening, everyone. Kyle and I just wanted, oh, that's loud. Kyle and I just wanted to take a minute just to thank each and every one of you for being here. You would not be here if we did not love you. So thank you. Thanks, Grandma. Love you too. So thank you all for being here. We want to thank our lovely bridal party. Everyone here is gorgeous. Duh. I also wanted to thank our parents, Angie, Ken, my father, Rick, and my mother, Melissa, Hun, if you will. I also just wanted to give recognition to my mother as well. Weddings are a lot about a father giving away his daughter, and there's not a lot of recognition to the mother. I'm sorry.
You got this.
Sorry. Mom, you are my absolute best friend. I'm sorry. And I owe everything to you. Because everything here that you see, she probably did more than I did. She even did my dress. She helped with all of the decorations and everything, and I just wanted to give recognition to her because she's the greatest woman in the entire world. Yeah. And you all. So everyone clap her on the back tonight and say, this looks beautiful. I love you, and we hope to see everyone out on the dance floor. I hope we can make rounds and see everyone, but for sure, please meet us on the dance floor, because we're going to get down tonight. Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Rachel Stark.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Woo! For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Rachel, Renee's sister. As the shy introvert of us three siblings, there's a strong chance most of you have hardly heard me speak, so giving a speech will be fun. Get it, Ray! Thanks, Liz. I was 5 years old when Renee was born, and I was very excited for a baby to be around. I was even more excited when we found out we had a sister. One of my dad's favorite stories to tell is that after Renee was born, but before she came home from the hospital, he found me in her empty room, lining up My Little Ponies on the floor by her crib. When he asked me what I was doing, I said I was getting ready to play with my sister. I wasn't just ready for a baby. I was ready for a best friend on day one. Ready for someone to play Barbies and ponies and American Girl dolls with.
Wasn't good enough?
No. You were mean. Play games and work puzzles with. Watch and quote our favorite TV shows and movies with. Have dance parties in the kitchen with. Travel to New York and meet Daniel Radcliffe with. And fangirl at concerts and shows. Which inevitably leads to an encounter with a man who can somehow find a way to get into our line of vision while trying to take pictures and videos, almost ruining our experience of the event we were hyped up to see. That man is a Gerald. Lucky for us, if there's a Gerald in the room, it means Renee and I are together, and we are just trying to watch Justin dance or Derek Huff Peace Ways. There are way too many family memories to share of growing up, but here are a few words or phrases pertaining to Renee you can ask for backstory on later. Dog strap, PVC pipe, cow pies, a cold cut to the face. For Jesus Christ, Rachel, shut that hole in your face. I'm 18, I can say the bad words. And here are the many nicknames Renee has lovingly been called over the years. Swids, Swidsomatic, Bernice, Birch, Parchment, Gert, Gertrude, Gertwin, Billy Goat Bernice, Nays, Nazers, Skinay. While some of us know her as these nicknames, most of you know her as a fierce and loyal friend. She makes friends wherever she goes and isn't afraid to try new things and do what makes her happy. Lucky for everyone here, baking cakes and treats is one of the things that makes Renee happy, including making her own wedding cake. We're all in for a real treat. Renee, you have contributed to so many people's happiest memories with your cakes. We hope we are recreating one of the happiest memories for you today. Many of Renee's traits can be attributed to simply being one of us Stark Rizzo ladies. We are an independent, fun, loving, and loyal bunch. And even though our significant others would obviously disagree, we might even be just a little bit stubborn at times, and we need a partner to complement us and love us for who we are. Renee has found that with Kyle. It was obvious from the start how much they love each other and were made for each other. He's a kind-hearted, appreciative, genuine man who can take care of her, challenge her, and make her laugh. Kyle has made me smile throughout the wedding planning process. When asked for his input, he always answered with, "I'm good with whatever, honestly. I'm just ready to be married to Renee." Thank you for loving my best friend and baby sister. I'm so happy for you both and love that you have each other to do life with. This is the part where I'm supposed to give marital advice, which still feels weird even after being married for 15 years. But if there's any advice that I can give you, it's to not worry about what everyone else is saying or doing. Just focus on each other and what works for you and your family and what makes you happy. Love each other every day. Find the joy and laughter in the small things. Always remember you are best friends. Support each other and grow and change, separately and together. And that way, you'll get to keep falling in love with each other over and over. To the happy couple, cheers.
Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Just kidding. Great job. Mic drop.
So I have to be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan of public speaking, but I was recently told that public speaking is a lot like a nudist beach. It's only hard for the first couple minutes. So for those of you who don't know me, it's probably all of you guys. My name is Julian Soto, and I've known Kyle since the 4th grade when I first moved there. And luckily we lived in the same neighborhood growing up, so our after-school activities were full of riding bikes, shooting each other with airsoft guns, and playing sports. One of my favorite childhood memories of Kyle is when we played in the same Little League Baseball league together. And Kyle was known as the fastest pitcher in the Little League. But everyone knew that he was easily rattled. So once our team finally ended up playing his team, I decided to blow him a little kiss when I was up to bat. And sure enough, Kyle proceeded to throw the ball at my head. He tried 3 more times, and then I got to walk to first base. And ever since then, no matter what, Kyle and I, whatever we've been through, we've always helped each other through that. Whether it was getting jobs, getting through school, or getting each other through those ups and downs. And now, I'm here next to him on his biggest day of his life. I'm honored to be here. Now, Renee, her and I, we've only hung out once before this wonderful wedding. And her and I have only only met one time through the years. And then through the pictures on Facebook I saw, and her stealing the Kyle's phone from us when we were FaceTiming, so her and I can have our time chatting on FaceTime, I could tell I had a sister-in-law in the making. I could tell Kyle was in love when I saw the pictures of Renee baking and her cooking skills. I could tell from those prom-type photos they would take, when you're standing like this on Facebook, that Kyle was absolutely in love. When I saw how they bicker like a 60-year-old couple, married couple, I knew Kyle was in love. When I saw how they support each other, I knew Kyle was in love. Even though I had just met Renee, the first time I heard her say, "Kyle, you are literally the stupidest person I've ever met," I knew she loved Kyle. Watching Renee and Kyle love each other over these last few years has shown me what unconditional love means. It is as clear as day that these two are soulmates who have finally found their way home to each other. I love you two very much. So let's raise a glass to the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Roos. Here is to old friends drinking with each other, to old friends growing old with each other. Salud. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. That was fucking good.
Good job, Julian.
Hope you're all having a good time. For those that do not know me, I am Rick Elvis Stark. I am the father of the bride. I don't say that too often, right?
Only one other time.
Right. So, what I like to do first off, that the penny that you have on your table that you used to scratch off, I want you to look at the date. If you have 1990 on your penny, please let me know. 1990. That is Kyle's birth year. 1990?
You put some
1990? Are you serious?
That's some serious thought, senior.
I got something for you.
Oh, God, it's Maddie?
Oh
Quit it.
no, Maddie!
Speech.
Maddie. Is it $300?
Great job.
You just won $1,000. Right? By the way, I want a round of golf from you. Right? All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Kyle. The first time Melissa and I met Kyle is we went to Wild Mike's, and Kyle sat directly across from me, and the first thing I said to him, "Are you an Elvis fan?" And he looked at me and says, "I am." And right there and then, I was going to love this man. Kyle's got the heart of a giant. He would do anything for you at any given moment. One of the reasons why I love him. So, just to let you know that officially welcoming into our family, I have a collection of albums in my basement that is linked to every family member. And I have yours today. And this is the story on how I got his album. We would always get together most of the Sundays and watch the Bengals game. And I think about 2 years ago, Kyle comes running in, all excited, and he's playing Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. So Teddy, my grandson. Hooday! So that goes hanging on my wall in the basement.
There's a picture of us.
Seriously, can I get a hooday from everybody? Come on now. All right. I want you to pick up your penny again, and if you have 1991, which is Renee's birth year, I got something for you. 1991. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
By the way, I did not set this up. This was all done by by Mary. Come on up here. I got something for you.
It's my birthday buddy. We're twins.
Right?
That's new.
That's Renee's birthday buddy, by the way. Katie knew.
Congrats, News.
Good job.
So, Renee came into the world on, hey, can I have quiet, please? You guys are,
Stifle it.
I mean, I'm talking. All right. So Renee came into the world October 2nd, 1991. I was in the delivery room.
That's
and
good.
I was. And on the speaker, there was music playing. So I remember when she was born, the Aaron Neville singing "Everybody Plays a Fool" was playing.
That checks out.
So, so I remember standing there when the nurse handed her to me and holding her and looking at how beautiful she was. And my world just crumbled. And, give me a second. Oh, man.
What were we?
You were.
I am the favorite.
So right then and then, I was the first one to love her first and to hold her first. So moving forward, we started our father-daughter dates. Since I can remember when she started sitting up, I would take her to Stone's restaurant and I would sit her in a high chair.
R.I.P. to Stones.
Right? So
Pancakes and
she always ate pancakes, right? So we'd sit there and eat, and then as she got older, when she got to walking, I think about 2 or 3 years old, I would take her to Toys R Us, if you remember Toys R Us. So if I would set her down, and I would literally follow her around wherever she wanted to go, whatever she wanted to see, I just had a blast doing that. Well, one time, I put her down, and I'm looking at, I don't know if you remember this, starting lineups. And I'm looking at the starting lineups, and she was at my right side, and I looked down, all of a sudden, she's gone. It's like, oh my gosh. Looking around, I couldn't find her. Of course, my heart starts pounding. And I'm looking up and down the aisle, so it was probably like 40 seconds later, which seemed like an hour. Renee is in a Barbie Jeep riding around up and down the aisles all over the place. And it's like, oh my gosh, I finally find her. Then one of the employees came in, sir, your daughter isn't allowed to ride that Jeep. And it's like, I'm so doggone happy that I found her. So like Rachel mentioned, we had a lot of family vacations. Gatlinburg 150 times. We went to Disney World, Universal. Always had family reject fun. So Renee went to St. Ignatius. She was pretty good at school. And at St. Ignatius, we did 7 years, if you remember the kids show, which was a play. Renee would act, and I would write some of the skids. And I remember one of my favorites is we recreated Munchkin City from The Wizard of Oz, and she was Glinda. And I remember her standing up there acting and singing and all that, and it's like, oh my gosh, you were really good, by the way. Renee played 3 sports. She played basketball, volleyball, and fast pitch softball. Renee was not one of the most gifted athletes, but wait a minute. She played the Pete Rose way. She played with a lot of heart and a lot of determination.
R.I.P.
And with the help of my boy John Spade and my boy Chaja, in 7 seasons, I don't think we finished below 500, if I'm not mistaken. And we won a couple championships.
How do you not think you know every
I do know that
stat?
because I am a stat man. 100% she's correct. So when she went to high school at Macaulay. Of course, my favorite thing was the father-daughter dance. So, of course, we had 4 of them. And each dance that we danced to, each one was My Girl by the Temptations and Butterfly Kisses by Michael Bolton. Rach says that's incorrect. My favorite was with a Hawaii thing. So moving on to college, she went to Cincinnati State and she became a pastry chef, as Rachel said. She made the cake. Melissa and her put that together. I hope you enjoy that. I'm sure you will. All right, I'm trying to catch up here. So, moving forward, all the guys that have daughters, or a daughter that's little, Save the moments. I'm telling you, because life turns on a dime. I used to change Renee's diapers. I used to put Renee up on my shoulder.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. I used to carry her around. I used to tuck her in bed. I used to read her stories. I used to kiss her at night and hug her tight. And I'm here to tell you, time moves so fast that I could almost guarantee that one day you're going to walk your daughter up the aisle and give her away. And that day is today. Thank you. So everybody, to Kyle, Renee, happiness. Thank you all. Enjoy, have fun.
Look at the two of you dancing that way, lost in the morning, each other's face. So much love going along in this place, like there's nobody else in the world. I wasn't up on her not long ago. I was her number one. She told me so, and she still means the world to me, just so you know. So be careful when you hold my girl. Time changes everything, life must go on. I'm not gonna stand in your way. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, and she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a
father, everybody. All right, Kyle, get out here.
Took my love, took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time as you go, even children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Make some noise for Kyle and his mother, everybody. Very